Greetings, survivors. ResilientZ back with another video. Today, we're covering everything you need to know about Fahd, one of the latest Generation 23 heroes and a resilience rider set to replace Xiaowen in the resilience march. We'll go over his upgrade costs, the stats he provides, his skills, and battle performance. Let's dive right in. Before diving into the details, I must tell you that this video contains information from the PTR server. Features shown in this video may or may not be added to the live server, or may be different if they already exist in the game. First up, let's go over the upgrade costs. Like all Generation 23 heroes, Fahd needs 10 completion capsules to unlock, and an additional 602 capsules plus 4,680 completion potions to fully upgrade him. Keep in mind, this does not include the cost for upgrading his skills. Next, let's take a look at the stats Fahd provides. Without Tempest arms, he offers 5,984.94% rider attack and defense. With level 10 Tempest arms, these stats increase to 6,703.13%. Now time for some technical details. Let's dive into Fahd's skills. Skill number 1, Oasis Elixir. Fahd's camel carries a special cactus brew that restores 21% of troop count for all friendly squads each turn. Additionally, every 6 turns, it applies 1 stack of Thorned Vitality, which increases healing received by 4% per stack. Once you unlock the enhancement, the Thorned Vitality stack is applied every 4 turns instead of 6. The first half of this skill is quite similar to the Sacred Oath Tempest skill, which also provides consistent healing. However, what makes Oasis Elixir stand out is the scaling support it offers through Thorned Vitality. The more stacks your squads accumulate, the more effective any healing becomes over time, making this a valuable skill in longer battles or sustained fights. Skill number 2, Desert Bloom. Every 2 turns, Fahd throws a sand-tempered grenade that deals 120% damage to all enemy squads and applies 3 stacks of exhaustion. Each stack of exhaustion reduces the damage dealt by the enemy by 2%, lasting for 2 turns. When you unlock the enhancement, the number of stacks increases from 3 to 4, making it a total of 8% damage reduction per squad hit. This skill is a strong form of area-wide debuff and soft control. The consistent damage every 2 turns keeps pressure on the enemy, while the exhaustion stacks help reduce incoming damage from all fronts. With the enhancement, the debuff becomes even more potent, weakening enemy output significantly in drawn-out battles. It's a great skill to soften enemy attacks while maintaining constant offensive pressure. Skill number 3, Nomad's Wrath. Every 4 turns, Fahd performs a hit-and-run attack from his camel, dealing 225% damage to the first 2 enemy rows and reducing the damage he takes by 20% for 3 turns. With the enhancement, this attack no longer targets just the front, it hits all enemy squads, making it a full area strike. This skill blends burst damage with defensive value. By hitting the front rows, Fahd can pressure key enemy squads early on, while the 20% damage reduction helps him absorb incoming fire, especially useful in marches where he's taking frequent hits. Now that we've covered the skills, let's move on to the battle testing. First up, here's the battle report using Xiaowen. In this test, we lost the battle, and the opponent ended with 48,227 surviving troops. This result will serve as our reference point as we evaluate Fahd's performance. Will Fahd outperform Xiaowen or fall short? Let's find out. Here's the second battle report, this time with Fahd in the march. We lost the battle again, but this time the opponent had 55,766 surviving troops, a worse result compared to Xiaowen's 48,227. However, it's important to note that Fahd has no enhancements unlocked, and all his skills are still at level 1, so this performance doesn't reflect his full potential just yet. Now, let's look at the next battle report with Fahd's first skill, Oasis Elixir, enhanced. In this battle, the opponent had 55,320 surviving troops. That's a slight improvement over the previous 55,766, but the difference is very minor and still significantly worse than Xiaowen's result of 48,227. So far, even with one enhancement, Fahd hasn't been able to outperform Xiaowen in actual battle. Next up, here's the battle report with Fahd's first two skills enhanced, Oasis Elixir and Desert Bloom. In this battle, we lost again, and the opponent had 55,116 surviving troops. That's a very slight improvement from the previous 55,320, but once again, it's still nowhere near Xiaowen's performance of 48,227. Even with two skill enhancements, Fahd continues to fall short in practical performance. Now let's look at the final battle report with all of Fahd's skills enhanced. Surprisingly, this gave us an even worse result compared to when only two of his skills were enhanced. The opponent ended the battle with 55,184 surviving troops, slightly higher than the previous 55,116. This is a very disappointing outcome, especially considering all skills were enhanced. It suggests that even at full enhancement, Fahd currently performs worse than Xiaowen and may need adjustments or further testing before being considered a reliable replacement. Now, let's see what happens when we upgrade all of Fahd's skills to level 9. Until now, all previous tests were done with level 1 skills, so this upgrade marks a significant jump. In this battle, the opponent had 51,142 surviving troops, a massive improvement compared to earlier tests with Fahd. However, while this is a big step forward, it's still not enough to outperform Xiaowen, who left the opponent with just 48,227 surviving troops. So even with high-level skills, Fahd shows promise, but still doesn't match Xiaowen's effectiveness, at least in this setup. Here's the summary of all our tests. While Fahd showed some improvement as his skill levels increased, he still couldn't outperform Xiaowen in any of the scenarios we tested. All battles were conducted on camps in the PTR server, so please take these results with a grain of salt. There's no guarantee Fahd will perform the same way on the live server. If we're able to test him live, I'll definitely make a follow-up video for that. For reference, no behemoths, aircrafts, pets, Tempest arms, or resonating heroes were used. The opponent remained the same in every test to ensure fairness and control as many variables as possible. This helped prevent any influence from extra skills or gene links in our evaluation. That's it for this video. I really hope you found it helpful. If you enjoy my content, please like the video, share it with your alliances, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.